students, welcome back to business statistics class. In yesterday's class we had studied control charts. So I hope you guys remember this. You remember the formulas to use when certain charts are asked, when standards are given, when standards are not given, and remember this interpretation. So today we'll begin with the problems. So this problem was asked in 2019 as a case study. So the question is, a machine is set to fill 1020 grams baby food into cans. Once in 10 minutes, sample consisting of 5 filled cans each are drawn and the weight of the contents is noted. The weights are as follows. So here sample number is given. They are taking samples, 8 samples, and here sample values are given of 5 cans. So in one sample number there are 5 cans whose weights are being noted. So it is 27, 22, 28, 10, 12. So here this weights are in grams, excess of 1000 grams. So in each can there is 1000 grams. On that you are checking how many grams are more or less. So you want a machine is set to fill 10,020 grams. So see, now here 7 grams are excess, here 2 grams are excess, here 10 grams is less. So there will be variation. Now we are checking how far is this machine is under control. So now the data is given, and now they have asked draw X bar and R charts and comment on the findings. There is another sub question where they have given, by past experience, if the standards are known to be X bar dash equal to 20.1 and sigma dash is 6.2, draw X bar and R charts and comment on the findings. So today first we will study the first sub question. So they have asked to construct X bar and R charts. Now we have to solve X bar chart and R chart when standards are not given. So go back to X bar chart. So this is what we're gonna use for R chart, and this is for X bar and this is for R chart. So the central line is X double bar, lower control limit is X double bar minus A2 into R, and upper control limit is X double bar plus A2 R bar. So this is for R chart. So the first step is you have to identify what is your small n and what is your k. So small n will be your sample size, which will be usually 4 or 5. So in this table, see, there are 5 values. So there are 5 samples taken. Therefore your sample value is 5. And how many number of samples is there? This is your k. So here k is 8 and n is 5. So once you get n and k, the next step is, so write the sample numbers, it is from 1 to 8. Write the sample values which will be given in the question. Now to find out the limits, we need X double bar, we need R bar. So we will calculate. What is X double bar? It is summation X bar by k. In this we have k, but we don't have this X bar. So first we will find X bar. What is X bar? It is mean. It is summation X by n, right? So this is your X now. Take summation X. So what is summation X now? You have to add all the X values. So 27 plus 22 plus 28 plus 10 plus 12 is 99. Therefore X bar is summation X by n. So summation X we got 99. Divided by n is divided by 5. So 99 divided by 5 will give you 19.8. So we got X bar for the first sample. Then what is R? R is range. So it is highest value minus lowest value. So in the samples, check, the highest value is 28 and the lowest value is 10. So 28 minus 10 is how much? 18. Therefore this is your range. For the next sample, what you do? Add all these values. You will get 121. Divided by n, you will get 24.2. and then find range. So here highest value is 26 and highest value is 32, lowest value is 14, therefore range is 18. Similarly, find x bar and r for all the samples. So for all 8 samples you have to find x bar and r. If you want, you can ignore this whole column I have written for your understanding. You can directly write x bar, add all this in your calculator, you'll get 99, divide it by 5, write the answer directly. So no need to write what is summation x. So you got x bar, you got r. Now in the formula of x double bar you need summation of x bar. So what is summation of x bar? You have to add all the values of x bar. So this is your summation x bar and this is your summation r. So now we got the required information to calculate these two substituted. So it is 166.2 divided by 8. So k is 8. Therefore x double bar is 20.775 and r bar is 17.5. Once you get x double bar and r bar, then we can write the control limits. So the control limits for x bar chart are, so you have to mention all of these details. Don't just write CL, LCL, UCL. You must mention it is the control limits for x bar chart or for r chart or for any other charts. Now the central line is x double bar, so it is 20.775. What is lower control limit? It is x double bar minus a2 into r bar. We have this value, we have this value. We don't know what is a2, which is in the table. So go to the table, check a2 when sample size is how much. In this case it is 5, therefore a2 is 0.577. So substitute it. So 20.775 minus 0.577 into 17.5, it turns out to be 10.6775. so this is your lower control limit. Upper control limit is 30.8725. so a2 is again 0.5775. first multiply with 17.5, then for the answer add 20.775. you will get upper control limit. Now we got all the limits, that is lower limit, lower control limit, upper control limit and the central line. We can construct the graph. Now we will see the control limits for R chart and then we will draw both the graphs. So for R chart, the central line is R bar, which is 17.5. What is lower control limit? It is capital D3 into R bar. So check in the table for capital D3 under N is 5, it is 0 and D4 is 2.115. So substitute these values for lower control limit and upper control limit, you will get the answers. So lower control limit is 0 and upper control limit is 37.0125. Now we got R chart and X bar chart. When standards are not given, we will construct the graphs. Write the title here. The X bar chart along the points plotted on it is as below. Under this is your X axis, this is your Y axis. In X axis you must always take the sample number, that is K. We have K from 1 to 8. So I have taken 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. You can take it as 2 according to your convenience. So I have taken 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. In Y axis you have to take scale such that all the points are covered. All these three, that is lower control limit, upper control limit and central line. Along with this, you're plotting X bar chart, right? So you have to plot all this X bar values in the graph. So take the values such that all those points are covered. Here highest value is 31.6. So from 0 to 31.6 values must be covered. So I have taken 1 centimeter equal to 5 units or 5 units. You can take 1 centimeter equal to 10 units, but the graph will become very small. You can take 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit, but it will become very big. You need one whole page. So in the graph sheet, take the scale according the space available. So there is no hard and fast rule that you have to take the scales as I do. You can make your own scales. Now I have taken the scale of difference with 5. Now let us plot the control limits first. What is the central line? It is 20.775. So it will lie somewhere between 20 and 25. If you're plotting in the graphs, you will get very accurate value. I didn't have graph to plot, so I have done it on a plain page. So mark a straight line to denote control limit. So this line is at 20.775. Now we will mark lower control limit, which is at 10.6775. So it is somewhere over here. So I have marked the dotted lines to denote the lower control limit. Now mark 30.8725 as your upper control limit. So it will be somewhere above 30. So this is your upper control limit. Now we have marked upper control limit, central limit and the lower control limit. Now we have to plot all the x bar points in this chart. So what is the first x bar value? It is 19.8. So this value you have to plot. So for first sample number, we have got x bar as 19.8, which is somewhere over here. I have marked it. For the second sample number, x bar is 24.2. So for second sample number, x bar is 24.2, so which is below 25. I have marked. Similarly, mark all the x bars for all the 8 samples. You will get a plot, join them with a straight line, so you get to see this kind of pattern. And now you can see there is one point which lies above this upper control limit, or it is not under the limits. Suppose there was one more point over here, and here if it goes below the lower control limit, then again we can say that the process is out of the control. Now go to the interpretations. See here, one or more points lie outside the control limits, then we say there is lack of control in the process. Now you can see there is one point wherein, that is for sample 7, it is 31.8 I guess. So this lies above the limits. Therefore the interpretation will be, since one point lies above the control limit, the process is not under control. Now we will plot x bar chart. So I hope x bar chart is clear. First step is, in x axis you have to mark sample number, and take y axis and mark the scale accordingly, which involves all the values of central value, lower limit and upper limit, and then mark all these 3 limits. So for central limit, mark a bold straight line. For the other 2 limits, mark the dotted lines, and then draw all the x bar points for each sample. Join the lines and see if all the points lie within the control limits, then we say the process is under control. Here, since one point is outside the control limit, we say the process is not under the control. Now we will plot our chart in the similar manner. Again, in the x axis I have taken sample number. Please write this as sample number. And in y axis again I have taken 1 centimeter equal to 5 units. Here the lower control limit is 0, right? So this x axis indicates your lower control limit. Upper control limit is 37.025, so I have marked it with the dotted line, and the central limit is 17.5, so I have marked it with a straight line. And to draw these points, you have to draw now all of points that come under R. So for each sample, check the value of R and plot it. So for the first two values, for first sample number it is 18, I have marked. For the second number also it is 18, then it is 15, so I have marked it. So on, mark all the points for each sample. When you're drawing R chart, you have to mark all the R values. When you're plotting X bar chart, you have to plot all the X bar values. Once you mark all the points, join them with a straight line. Now in this graph, you can see all the points lie within the limit. Therefore, we can write the interpretation as, in R chart, the points are within the control, and coming to X bar chart, one point lies above the upper control limit, so the process is not in statistical control. If you solve till here, you will get 15 marks. So I'll quickly revise. When the question is given, the first step is to check whether the standards are given or the standards are not given. If standards are not given, use accordingly the control limits, and then find what is n, what is k. For X bar chart, first find X bar, and then for R chart find R, then find X double bar, then find R bar, then find the control limits, and then plot the graph. For X bar chart, these points indicate X bar, and for R chart, these points indicate R values of each sample. And then don't forget to write the conclusion. You can write in your own words, but you have to clearly mention whether the process is under control or it is not. So in the next class, we will see the next sub question, that is when standards are given. So you guys try to solve this and draw the graphs in the graph sheet if you have. So for today, that's it. Thank you.